Okay. Captain's log. Stardate 54102.18. I have been searching for the Kismet the past couple of weeks, and, well, we found it, but not exactly in the state that we hoped. It's in one piece, thank God, but there appears to be some sort of temporal distortion that's affecting our ability to communicate with them. However, we've managed to open up a rather indirect line of communication. We discovered that through this temporal anomaly, our chief of security has become, shall we say, unstuck in time. Once stabilized, we were able to establish a line of communication with him in the temporally desynced Kismet. In this way of intertemporal telephone, we hopefully can communicate with Commander Pend and figure out exactly what's going on here, and rescue the Kismet from whatever fate has befallen her. End log. So, there's your...
Ooh. We're out. Yeah.
Mr. Iran.
Yes, sir.
Last you were left with, last you were called, the away team had beamed up the Calcite crystal-filled torpedo that had been on the planet. Once it was brought up, there was some talk about examining it, back to base, all that fun stuff. At some point, you just head down to engineering, as other people were attending to their duties. One moment led to the next, and there was a massive hull breach in the relevant cargo section where the torpedo was being contained. First people the damage control team that was the area by the head of engineering, and you got there. You could hear alarms going off up ahead. You could hear the rush of air sucking out into space. You couldn't progress forward, so you had to bring your team through one of the Jeffries tube areas around to get systems to turn the emergency force field, because it wasn't turning on. So that the ship's just going to deepen oxygen, or it's going to have the emergency bulkhead and seal whoever's in there to their doom.
Right.
So you were kind of in a rush. You came with the bridge. You were doing a damage control. Hurry up and fix it. Next thing you know, there's another shake of the ship, and everything went dark. You wake up, and you seem to be in one of the crawls at the moment, the Jeffries tube intersections, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
And,
the little crawl spaces that they had.
Yeah. And you find yourself, there's very little alarms. There's two people with you. There's one of your engineers, whole team, and it looks like someone in civilian clothing pinned under some of the deck paneling.
All right. Did they look very hurt?
Insight medicine difficulty 2.
Is that for both of them or just one of them?
For both of them. He's going for a general, how bad are they look.
Gotcha.
I don't have any focuses to apply. That's rolled.
Yeah. That's about... Oh wow, a 17 and a 9.
It's hard to tell. Not moving. They don't give people breathing hurt.
Computer, locate the EMH.
No response.
Aaron walks over to a panel, I suppose.
The minute he tries to, you try to move, you feel, and it's like from your foot all the way to the top of your head, as all that hurts just to move. And you notice that your it looks like a bit of cabling, came shunk right into your ankle and pinned it to the floor.
Ooh.
And you didn't notice until you moved. It's like, oh God, what's that pain? Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah. Ouch. Let's see here. Do we have anything close to? I'm gonna MacGyver this shit. I feel.
You luckily have your standard equipment with you.
Hmm.
I believe you have a engineer kit. Standard. Yes, you do.
What kind of cable is it?
And oh my goodness. Maybe something in the operations book will actually come in handy. I'm not salty.
It looks to be one of the reinforcement cablings that hold some of the heavier pipes in the internals.
Is it skinny or is it a very fat cable?
Fairly skinny.
All right. Would a pair of bolt cutters just?
I think a plasma torch would be in there.
Yeah, I'm trying to just snip it off and not fuse it to my leg. Thank you.
With the bolt cutters, so you're just cutting it so you're free of the floor and you're leaving it in your leg for the time. Okay.
Yeah, I'm hurt anyways, and I can't pull it out. That much I know. If I start pulling it out, I'm gonna get even more hurt and possibly bleed out. Control engineering. Right? Comp 2. Right. Does my reverse engineering help?
Yes, actually. Because you're very quickly identifying what cable it is and how much pressure you need. Because if you overdo it, you're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah, it's gonna fray and I'm gonna get hurt. Cool. Rolling. Yeah.
Hey. Oh wow! By a hair.
You very carefully get your hand underneath yourself to between your ankle and the floor, and you can kind of see what you're doing. You're trying not to move around too much, so you're doing it more by feel, and you hear a nice, satisfying snap as you feel that your ankle's free. It still kind of hurts, but at least you're not pinned in place anymore.
Well, could have been worse. Could have been my Achilles tendon.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get this show on the road. Ouch. I'm not gonna stand up. I'm gonna crawl. And can I access a panel on the wall?
You start prying at it a bit. You find something from your kit to kind of get the panel loose, so you're not using your fingers to try to get it open.
My antique flathead screwdriver.
Yeah. Pop. And a bag that is leaked.
I'm not kidding you. I think this book actually calls them sonic drivers.
Some of the lights are on, but large parts of it are out, which with the biogel pack on, that's part of the power distribution system, computing system, so not a huge surprise.
That's fair. All right. Do we have any... Usually we replace the packs, right?
Yeah, from time to time.
Is there a way to possibly just stop the leaking and hope that it starts have
On a
some-
glance, it looks like it's if you do seal it, you might get it to work, but any operation using this panel will be lacking the fluid, the distribution fluid.
Can
But
I
you could
bypass
patch it if you needed to.
Can I
If you
bypass
wanted
it?
to, I should say. What kind of test? It would be control engineering difficulty of 2, actually.
Joan, could I bypass it rather than use it?
Oh, bypass it.
Yeah. If you have a faulty processor, you don't use that one.
Daring engineering, difficulty 2, complication 2.
And the other test was
It was just it was a control engineering difficulty 2.
it's the same roll. I'm feeling lucky. I could go for complication range 2 as well. Would transporters and replicators help?
I wouldn't say so.
It's internal systems.
Internal systems? Yeah.
I don't have that focus, but
Oh.
it is internal.
Let me see.
I should get broader focuses. Cool. No, I don't have anything there. But I'll go with it anyways. Let's see. 2 for bypassing.
So you get some of your tools. You actually the gel pack you're able to by finger touch. You're able to kind of pry it open, and you can see that you kind of set it aside, and then you take some other spare cables and tools to kind of bypass the connection.
All right. Let's see if we can get the
More of the panel lights up, and you can hear some sparks coming from some other part of the room.
Let's see if we can get the projectors working in here. I want the image to take care of these two, since I can't, and I'm not in any capacity to carry them out of here. Could I get the hollow emitters working in here?
Possibly.
Or should I should focus on getting in a match with the computer, a lock on the signal and whatever. Make sure I can communicate with. It's lonely with these dead guys here.
So what are you looking to do?
I'm looking to get a connection to the computer.
Okay, that will.
Vocal will be fine.
One moment. There's a specific test, and I didn't write it down. I mean, he's not going to look up communication. Why would that be a thing he'd do?
Yeah, because
Ask me, he's not a smart person.
Raised by the computer, remember?
Yeah.
And if you can talk to a computer, then why wouldn't you do that? Because you have free hands to do other things.
Aha, found it.
Yeah.
All right. This would be an extended task to get the systems going.
Yeah, I'm not bleeding out that fast. It's fine.
I think that just sums up
That's
the
a line.
Kismet.
I mean, don't get him wrong. You are bleeding out.
Yeah. I mean, we all are at different. Yeah.
One day your
Great.
bones will no longer be wet.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh Jesus.
Nick, why are you like this? Why are you like this?
Because it's an android and they do those things.
Oh no, that was Varder.
Yeah, hi, that was me.
Sorry.
Don't let the android take my credit.
He's religious. It's fine. Let's see here. Was it still just control engineering, or is it anything else?
Because you're fixing it from a weird spot in the ship, it's going to be daring.
Cool.
Which is the same for you either way. Darn it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, engineers and pilots probably gonna have the same score there eventually.
I am both an engineer and a pilot, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. Could I use my reverse engineering as a focus here?
Yes, I'll give it to you.
Cool. And the comp range is
1.
1. Cool.
No, 0.
Yeah, that would be helpful. Thanks. No, we don't have any momentum. Cool. I'm rolling.
Generate 2 momentum.
Yeah.
Roll for me 6 challenge dice.
6 challenge dice. The fuck?
Oof.
It even says rolling 6.
Yeah,
Huh.
it says so.
Yeah. Wait, but
That's
it
weird.
didn't turn up the other 3 as zeros, so
Yeah.
So put 3 in and make sure you hit and oh, that
No,
works
it
too.
said rolling 6, like, even in the thing.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
Okay, so
no,
are
but
we
it should
taking
show
that
them
second?
as like
It just only showed 3.
Should I?
I'm taking the first 2 that rolled. The first 2. The first 3.
3.
Mhm.
So you got a total of 3 work.
I would spend those 2 momentum to get enough work to get a breakthrough.
agreed.
Sure. Let's do that.
Okay. 2 momentum gone. And I rolled. I spent for complication to add to your problems.
Oh, fun.
As you take 2 stress from as you feel part of your leg starting to go numb. However, in your breakthrough, as your ankle isn't hurting anymore, that's a good sign. You found out that the main problem that you're running into is that the emitter in here isn't getting power. So you might not be able to get communications. Oh, you were trying to get communications, weren't you?
Yeah.
Sorry. The communication system, I remember now. The communication system is compromised by something elsewhere in the ship. You won't be able to get communication to all parts of the ship, but you could probably force a bypass to a specific part of the ship.
Well, I only need a bypass to here, or possibly the medbay. If I only want if I want a two-way connection.
Yeah, you can connect your room to one other section of the ship.
I'll connect it to the medbay.
Okay, so give me a control engineering. The difficulty is now 1 because you have a breakthrough.
Cool. Control engineering. No focus. Roll.
Get 1 momentum
Yeah.
and roll 6 challenge dice.
Jesus. Let's see here. There we go. I forgot to press enter earlier.
Tends to do it.
Yeah.
Imagine if they ever fix that on these sheets. So
You take 1 more stress as you feel the numbness traveling up your leg. It's getting up to your knee. But you've managed to force a connection with medbay.
This is junior grade Lieutenant Aran asking for confirmation from the medbay that I have come through.
who wants to control the supporting character who's in medbay right now?
I mean, you could just go with could call for the EMH.
Well, since I don't have the holo emitters activated, it would be a waste of time.
Ah, I see. Okay.
So I might as well ask for a single
real
nurse
doctor.
or whatever to come up here.
Real doctor.
Yeah, we can let Grennan do that. He didn't do anything last session.
Except ram our ship with debris.
Yeah, slams.
Okay.
Even when we brought in a support character from the play, it didn't get to do anything.
That's true.
Okay.
You'll play a character, Cap?
So who's
Sure.
picking up the phone, as it were?
I am angry.
You're
I
angry.
didn't get that. Okay, so what character am I picking up? Oh wow, I forgot about how many of these we have.
We have a few.
Yeah, Sarir. Or Zoran.
Sarer.
Sarir?
Yep.
Okay. Doop. Actually, you're over here. My bad.
I wonder why he picked her.
But yeah, you hear a hail from the Mr. Aran.
This is.
What is it?
Well, I'm stuck in a Jeffries tube with two well, soon to be dead guys. If we're not sending someone up here, I would carry them out of here, but I seem to have a slight cable running through my leg.
Computer, locate Lieutenant Jameson Aran.
Jameson Aran is not aboard the ship.
Lieutenant, it would appear that you aren't aboard the Kismet.
Well, either that's faulty or the vacuum of space haven't reached us yet. Either way, would you mind trying to, I don't know, locking onto my comm badge from there? I would do it, but I'm here, so.
I'll pipe that request up to the bridge. I'm not in the best position to do something like that.
Please. Could you run the communications through the medbay? I might want to talk to them as well.
Understood. And Sarir is going to patch Aran up to the bridge.
Well, that's one way to patch me up.
On the bridge, Varder and Pend are currently on the bridge at the moment after having their strange phone call with the runabout, as it were, the ghost call. The operations officer looks up and says, Captain, we're getting a message from being patched in from medical. It's Iran.
Put it through.
Putting through now.
Lieutenant?
I take one involuntary nap in a Jeffries tube, and now I'm suddenly not on the ship anymore? Could someone please explain this to me?
Lieutenant, where are you?
I'm in Jeffries tube. Let's see if I can find a number here.
Insight plus engineering as you look around, as you don't remember being in this Jeffries tube in particular.
That's dumb. Insight plus engineering. Infiltration to spot hidden things.
Sure.
Cool. Rolling.
Get a momentum as you notice you're on Deck 7, Section B7.
Deck 7, Section B7. I'm in a junction, Jeffries tube. I don't remember falling asleep here.
1 second.
By asleep, I mean knocked out.
Lieutenant, 1 second. I'll
Yes.
turn to the ops officer. Is that where we suffered the explosion on the ship?
No, sir. That was on deck 13.
And have we
It affected sections at best deck 12 and 14 in the upper and lower areas, but nowhere near as high as 7.
had any reports of damage to that section?
Deck 6, but not deck 7.
Do you want me to do a scan?
Yes, Master Chief. Do a scan, and Ops, can you ready a team to go down to retrieve the lieutenant and whoever else is there?
I have 2 wounded here. They are non-responsive.
Understood. Then some engineers and some medical staff to recover.
Well, I guess I'm specifically looking for Section 7B7, Deck 7, etc., etc.
One moment.
Iran, just hang tight. We are sending people to your location.
Splendid. I'll try not to bleed out as I sit here waiting.
The scans just say that section does not exist, and it's like, okay.
You suffer 3 stress as the numbness has gone up to your hip now.
3 stress at the same time?
Yeah.
Do I have all of these stress? I mean, these fillable stress levels. Because I'm at 6 now. I'm not sure how much I have.
Yeah, you have all the ones that are on your sheet.
Yeah.
Good.
It auto completes which ones you have.
Yeah, so I would have ordered Ops to send engineers and medical staff to that location.
Give me Presence Command or Presence Engineering difficulty 2. And I'm getting the scan roll here in a second. I think I want to ask you for a particular type of roll that isn't recent science.
I'm guessing Composure's going to work for a focus.
I'll give it to you, yeah. Varder, I'm going to ask you for reason security. Difficulty is 2 because you're right. The first scan, the directory shows that that section of the ship is not here. So you end up having to manually scan the mysterious deck panels and rooms with air in them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That was a bad roll.
Yeah. Do you guys want me to take a momentum for that to find him or his area?
Sure.
And I don't have a focus to apply for scanning. I think this counts as a mental task, so congratulations, complication range.
And the only doctor who could help you with that.
Holy shit!
Oh my god!
It hasn't loaded for me.
2017.
It was nice knowing you people.
What the fuck?
I'm just gonna take that as
Guys.
threat. No, I can't even think of any way to make that worse.
Wow.
So between the two of you, you try to organize a rescue team to get down there and help him. But between the scanners and the officers, there's a large section of that deck that the ship is just not registering as here. They walk there, they're standing there like, no, it's here, and it's full of plasma fire. And they keep trying to get around it, and they can't seem to find a good way to get to him. They start thinking about going into the Jeffries tubes, but they tell you, Penn, that it's going to take them time to get to him. Because they can't use the normal passageways to get to, and now they're going to have to search for him section by section, which that can take hours.
Do we have transporters online?
Yes, sir.
Is it possible to do a site-to-site from his comm badge to medbay?
That's just it, sir. We can't find his comm badge. As far as the ship's concerned, that comm badge isn't here.
Sir told me that I'm not here.
It's acting like that section of the ship does not exist, Captain. If plasma fires are being reported, perhaps they are interfering with sensors. I don't know how that works.
Sir, we just lost Iran. Why did he disconnect? I don't understand. And you see him tapping, like, very confused, because it's obvious that he has no reason to hang up. And now the guy's frantically tapping away, trying to find answers.
Master Chief, round up some engineers and get down there immediately.
Yes, sir.
Meanwhile, on the runabout Willistok, Dr. Efrix, Captain Grennan, and Lieutenant Myth. Who is sitting at the at the controls at the moment? There's 2 seats on a runabout. Actually, there's multiple seats on a runabout. You all could be sitting at the controls, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm probably sitting at one of the side stations, though.
I think Captain is at the helm. Or at least he was. Maybe we took it away from him when he ran the ship. I don't know.
But
I can't do better, so it's fine.
He's still the best pilot, though.
It's true.
it's like, it was worse if one of you guys did it. Think of that. It's like, that guy doing it.
We discussed this. I wouldn't have thought to do that.
Yes, do I have to make a roll?
I would have been like, oh, done.
Buddy, whoever's on sensor operations gets to roll a reason plus science roll, difficulty of 3. Something strange pops up in the sensor sweep of the Kismet.
Yep. All right. Difficulty 3.
Yes. Other people can assist because you're all kind of at your runabout systems are kind of meant to be sort of help each other out since you're just sitting.
Yeah.
Does something weird on sensors fit into temporal mechanics, unified field theory, or subspace theory?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to...
Yeah.
You should have asked one at a time, Myth.
That's true. I should have. Okay. I think that momentum is something we don't have actually. So,
you should ask the guy who's keeping track of it.
Yeah, I should. I really. I'm that for their job. But... Oof. 2 successes.
3 successes.
We get it.
We're good at this, guys.
We're really good at this.
It's 3 complications in the last 2 rolls.
Jesus.
Complication.
By 1.
Does
Yeah.
Cap want to try to assist on this? Want to let the 2 steel people?
Cap's like, they hang up on me.
Why?
Additional complication.
So, I'm just take that as threat.
You've got enough threat. Jesus.
Sensors show a part of the ship has a sudden surge of energy in it, and at first that's why it was weird because there's nothing else in the ship indicating that they were diverting power or anything because the derelict ship should be just dead in space. But you notice there's on deck 7, subsection B, there seems to be some plasma fires.
Were you reading life signs from that area?
Not anymore.
With the free question that Myth can give.
Yes.
I'll answer
If
that.
that's the one that you want.
No, that sounds like a good question.
Yes, there are 3 life forms.
Oh, goddamn.
Okay.
That's not great. Fire plus people doesn't usually equal good things.
Indeed.
What do you think, Myth?
I'd like-
Should we try to pull them out?
Let's communicate with Barter and see if the Kismet is on top of that situation.
Internal telephone connect.
Bling,
Yeah, we're just like
Captain
pinging you. Like ping, ping,
Captain
ping.
Brennan to Varder.
Stop. Shake head for a second. Right. That's what's going on. Varder to Grennan. Yes, Captain?
Are you aware of the plasma fires on deck 7?
Yes. Iran is stuck there with 2 other crew members, and all are injured. And we can't get to them.
Yep, that
Actually, we
lines
can't
up with...
find the section of the ship.
Well, that lines up with what we've got on sensors.
Are internal sensors not detecting the ship?
Nope.
Or that section of the ship? Intriguing.
Not at all.
Most intriguing. Let me cross-reference this. And I want to do some research.
In the meantime,
Yeah.
Well, no,
Currently heading down there with a team of engineers, and there's another team looking for a way to them. So we'll see if we can find them.
Do you wish for us to attempt to beam them out?
You see, I would ask the captain, but communications are down inside the ship.
Communications
that-
are up. I'll correct you. Communications are up. The problem is, Varda, that when they talk to you, there's a lot on your end. You for them it seems to be instant, but for you there's a long pause between you moving like to a deck. By this point you've talked to some people. You're already on your search team. Then they called you. Then you moved some more, found a block. Then they talked to you again. So there's these weird gaps.
Oh, okay, so asking him will have a delay there.
Yeah.
If you can manage to beam them out, you stand a better chance of getting them before any of us. It's going to take hours, potentially, for us to find them. We need to go through each section by section.
Understood.
Well, we have
Sensors cannot identify them.
Well, we have a sensor lock on them, so we may as well beam them out now.
We can at least
Dr.
attempt
Efrix here can take a look at them.
Understood. I'll communicate this to the captain. Penned. Yes. I guess I'll go and tell Penned. So, I don't know if I need to type that still.
Essentially, looking at things being like a ship's or person being undetectable to sensors in relation to temporal anomaly.
And,
Woohoo.
4 successes.
So 2 momentum gained. Efrix, were you trying to do something as well?
oh, I wanted to try and pull them out.
When you check the transporter system, you do notice that you can see the signal of the life forms, but it seems that the Jeffries tube area has some interference in it. There's some sort of material in there that's in the adjacent chamber that's garbling the signal to a point that if you try to beam them, you might not get everything.
Yeah, not great. Does it seem familiar to like another substance that we've been dealing with quite a lot lately that's maybe crystalline in form?
Reason plus medicine difficulty of for you 1 because you've researched these things in depth.
Okay.
You're most likely to know whether or not it is what you're thinking.
tired of the goddamn crystals in my goddamn
genetics?
I'll give it to you.
Anybody? Should I take cautious or no?
If you want.
I take a momentum so you can re-roll.
Yeah. The way
Just-
we've been rolling.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, fine. Wow, fuck.
Hey.
All right,
We
so
just
we
give
get
all of our good
4.
rolls to her.
Finger guns.
No, you really shouldn't. Remember that time I
I
rolled
think we just did.
8 natural 20s in
That
15 minutes? Yeah.
That
No, I'm
was-
saying,
It
I
wasn't
think
even
we
in one
have-
session. It was like within like 15 minutes of a session. And then I proceeded to roll more.
The shuttle's helping. Okay.
All right.
Nope.
Shuttle. Nope.
Well,
It's
that's
trying. It's trying.
It's
That's
trying.
far
It's just a
momentum.
runabout. It's doing its best.
So
Yeah.
that's 3 momentum. So you max out and you have 2 floating, as I recall.
Do we?
No, we're at 5 momentum right now.
Oh,
'cause
that
we
got
spent
you to
1
5?
before.
Oh,
Yeah.
That got us to 5.
my mistake. Well, Doctor.
We're on top of this.
Yay.
Yay.
Oh, and that's the explodey kind.
Oh fuck.
That's the explodey kind.
That's
that
the
kinda
shit
matches
I'm
up with what
dealing
Varder-
with. Yeah.
That kind of matches up with what Varder told you about crystals, so within bio-neutral gel packs throughout the Kismet.
Yeah.
Which potentially means we could have plasma fires all throughout the ship soon enough.
That's fair.
And with how these
Uh,
things react to energy, I don't like that.
Yep.
They explode, they cause more plasma fires, they cause more
Yes.
crystals to explode.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. Captain?
Should
Okay.
talk to them and say
Yes.
that they should calm down.
Uh,
Right?
I think I know why there's plasma fires.
Why?
The adjacent room to where Lieutenant Aranis is full of black and red crystals. And I can only imagine they've spread further than that.
All right. Well, as
It's
things
gonna make
stand,
getting them out of there difficult.
agreed. As things stand, we need to get Iran and those other 2 out of there. Now that we know what we're dealing with, do you think that while we might not be able to beam them out, how hard would it be to beam someone in?
Let me do some calculations. You have a pad. You don't. If you beam, like from the scan you have here, you notice the green areas are plasma fires. So this part of the corridor is just full. This one has some of it there, but that section, this whole section here, is very hot. So if you beam to one of these outer sections, the difficulty is 3. If you go closer, say here or here, if you want to be adjacent,
Like, okay, difficulty 5 to get here.
yeah,
Okay. In that
here or
case-
here, because it's directly adjacent to where the Jeffries tube assembly that has the crystals in it.
Okay.
And
so you said from
entrances
here
to here are through here and here.
The idea, the big Jeffries tubes start here. To get in through here, you can get there. It's just a bit of a. It'll take some clever climbing because sensors show that there's damage in that section and all the adjoining spokes. So there might be debris in the way. Mind you, there's crystals in the way on this section, so depends what you want to deal with more.
Yeah.
And is
And
that
either
just
way
a-
I
so
mean,
would it be
physical
okay?
Stuff isn't so bad. It's the daring that's the thing.
Does the difficulty change if it's 1 or 2 people?
No, you can do up to 6 people.
Okay.
You have a full because Runabout has a full pad. I mean, it's a little cramped if you try to do that. It's more comfortable for 2 people.
Yeah.
But you could beam 6 people if you really wanted to.
In that
Stuck in your gut.
case, yep.
The other 2 people that we saved before, are they security or are they engineering?
Security.
Okay.
They were guarding a door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, it was in engineering, so it was worth an air class.
It was in a cargo bay.
Yeah,
They were the guards holding the door in place.
that's fair.
They were Hodor.
I'm gonna- So I'll say that maybe we should bring 1 or both of them along with us.
Are they unconscious?
We can
They're
wake them up.
They're resting, and actually at this point they're, yeah, because they were just supposed to vacuum and then very quickly treated by Efrix last time, so they're just sleeping.
Yeah.
Just for
Fair
long-term
enough.
health. But you can wake them up, and it's like, well, I feel like crap, but if you want me to do something, I can.
Hey, we
I
need
can
you
give
to
him
do
a
your
stim to give
jobs.
him a pick me up. The difficulty is going to be getting us there to begin with.
Well, and here's the thing. We can bring because I made a point to bring them along last time. We have pattern enhancers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys packed those early on when the runabout left the starbase.
We do
Yeah.
also have EV suits, which would help with plasma fire to an extent.
To an extent, yeah.
Yeah.
It would help with the
Yeah.
heat, if nothing else.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't like go standing in it, but
You've also
Yeah.
got an actual robot.
Android,
Also that.
well, gynoid, but you know.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but we're gonna want Myth here to operate the transporter to get us back.
probably.
Agreed.
So, Efrix, I, and the 2 security officers should go over.
Which security officers do you want to bring along?
Which do we have?
Whichever one you guys say were there.
Yeah, because we can just activate security.
I mean, it technically can't be she because she was on the Kismet.
Right.
just
It's
a
anyone who
second ago.
wasn't activated.
Yeah.
Well, technically,
We didn't
she
use
wasn't
her, but-
activated.
We said she was there.
She was
and
narratively
acting to do
activated.
anything. So yeah.
Well, actually, I have an idea what we could just do. We could just say it's, Ensign No Name, and the book provides real quick and dirty
Security
stats
officers.
for-
Yeah.
for
Well, I was just thinking we
security.
could have Tachibana.
Yeah, we have Tachibana.
You can have Tachibana. You can have him.
It gives a real easy set of stats for security officer. So if you want, I could just roll whenever one of those comes up. I could just roll
Okay.
a couple d20. Because I
Okay.
have the book right in front of me.
Well, which book, just so I can peek at it?
It's the ops book, page
Ops book.
93.
Thank you. Operations page, and it crashes. What? No. I'd be so mad.
If you need
Yeah.
to leave someone behind, Tachibana's there.
Yeah, it's the first one that shows.
Wow.
Which page again?
93.
93. There it is. I see him.
He did try to kill the captain, Efrix.
Yeah, so I suggest let's just quickly throw together a couple of new. Besides, I think it's a good idea to just have a couple of red shirts or yellow shirts in this case.
You can take Tachibana. He's good for that purpose.
I take offense.
I think Captain doesn't want Tachibana.
You can have Tachibana.
I don't
Yeah,
really.
like,
you
no,
can
I don't
have
want him on the away team with me. Damn it.
No, it's not so much that. It's more of a we've used Tachibana a bunch. I think these 2 should be totally random crew members.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So it's just gonna be
Fair.
2 random security crewmen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think that fits the narrative a bit better.
Sure.
Yeah,
Then-
it kind of does.
Then, oh hey, look, it's Tachibana again. What are the odds?
Look, we only have so much money to hire actors. As long as these 2 don't talk, we're fine. Then they
We're
can just extras.
Exactly.
2
Make
real,
them all
2
the shit
real.
jobs.
Nothing ever happens to extras on Star Trek. I'm sure they'll be fine.
Fine.
No. It's,
Look at the fire.
whenever Tachibana shows up, it's like with Guinan, like he's played by some actually decently known actor. So whenever he shows up, it's like
Oh,
we gotta use our budget for him sparingly.
Uh-huh.
Here's an alternative you can do. You can have these 2 security crewmen if you want, so other people can roll for them as well. Or you can choose to activate them as a security team, which is 1 threat and 1 momentum, and they act as a security team advantage.
I kind of like that, honestly.
Yeah, I'll go with that, if only because it's easier.
But we'll have these guys in spare in case you activate them. But that's a nice way to have the advantage if you just need a little bit of help. If you need an actual extra phase or extra hand, you have them.
Yeah.
And we'll put on the EV suits.
Yep.
Put on the EV suits. Grab the have a couple of the security guys grab the pattern enhancers. I'll grab one. Efrix, grab your medical kit.
Yeah. I think, okay, so this is the other question. So last time I figured out theoretically how to, oh yeah, no, never mind. I know the answer. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I'll try not to.
Yeah.
So
I needed somebody that had engineering to do the thing that I was talking about because I couldn't.
Myth, beam us in here.
Yes, Captain.
That'll be control engineering.
Yup.
Right. Take a momentum.
I was planning to.
And the ship helps with sensors engineering, and it uses the power from the runabout.
But I think we're okay on power.
Yeah, because we were
because we're in like a whole new scene set of stuff, so we're
Whole new episode, so definitely.
My wrist.
Oh, we're in a new scene, so you're actually down 1 momentum. Sorry.
Okay.
Ooh.
We're at 2 then.
We're in a new scene from when I got all of those successes.
Oh, you're right. No, that's still there. You're right. Yeah, because the scene change happened a while ago. So yeah. You have it.
Oh,
you're right.
Ow.
All right, rolling.
The runabout helps.
Yeah, the runabout does help. With
Pray.
its entire 8 score.
Just pray. It's fine. Oh no.
No, it's not fine.
Nope. And we're gonna spend those
Amazing.
2 momentum to negate that complication.
Do you want me to spend for a reroll here?
Do we have enough?
I mean, it would be a determination to spend.
Yeah.
I will let you know because you killed the complication. All that would happen is that you would try to beam them, and then you would know that something's wrong, and you just pull them back. You could just try again with a new roll and spend another power.
Okay.
Yeah.
If the complication was
totally.
there, then you totally send them there. Whoops.
Just, maybe into a wall.
into the fire.
Yep. Okay. So in that case, we'll spend another power. Spend that last momentum. Do it better this time now.
Recalibrating.
No pressure.
Oh.
God.
What the fuck?
The shuttle doesn't help.
Nope.
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
Now maybe you might want to spend that determination. What the hell?
What the hell? Okay.
Roll today.
No machine can thwart me. I am the alpha machine.
That has a value.
Sure you're not related to the Allen models? Anyway.
God.
Okay, so I'm using the value solutions like problems are limitless because I just keep recalibrating to new ways of transporting them.
Yeah. I'll give you that. Mint goes well with coffee.
Right.
Okay.
Assisted by the ship?
Censored.
Yes.
Hey!
Yes!
Christ.
Look at all those rolls just for getting you there.
Yep. So we arrive here.
We've got to run some calibrations.
Right. And
Oh
Brennan
gosh,
sets down
that's
his,
awful close to the fire there, buddy.
Brennan sets up his
I'm glad I'm wearing an EV suit.
Brennan sets up his pattern enhancer and motions for the other 2 security men to do the same. Right, Lieutenant Wallace, right here.
Aye, sir.
Shit, no, we
Okay.
have to pay him.
I've
All right.
changed the border to indicate that this is the room you have the
Enhancers.
enhancers in.
All right. If our sensor readings were right, it should be that way. And I guess we're gonna move out.
Are you going to try to enter this chamber or this chamber?
Well, let's see. We're gonna have to go through this chamber eventually, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just that if you enter there from this passageway, you're going to get very close to that plasma fire. Like, this guy's close, but he beamed in, like, just at the point where he's getting a warning on his suit that if he's any closer, he's at risk. The suit's at risk.
In that case, we should probably pass through here.
The door seems sealed.
Mm.
Almost like
they
it's been
do.
subjected to intense heat.
Makes sense.
Would we be able to pry it open?
Sure, if you have an engineering kit.
Great.
Damn it! I didn't pack one of those.
I mean, you're on my deck. You could talk to
Yeah,
me.
can I look around for an
Are
engineering
you
kit?
still conscious? I was kind
Yeah,
of
I'm still
thinking you
conscious.
were.
I'm at 6.
Let's see if it works now that we're on the ship. Can I?
You tap your comm badge.
Yeah, Lieutenant Oran?
Your comm badge chirps as just to give you context. You were talking to the bridge, and then they just stopped talking. So there's a bit of well, maybe they're just thinking about something. A lot more time passes, and it's one of those. Oh shoot! Maybe the comm thing broke, and you start fiddling with it to fix it. And you've been trying different bypasses, trying to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
And then your comm badge chirps at you.
Yeah. I did say earlier that I were trying to get the holometers running, but I guess I didn't have any luck with that.
With the holo emitters, you know that you need. There's a certain part you need. You'd have to go to a different part of the ship to replace it, or a replicator that works.
Yeah, going places. Nah.
So Aran picks up.
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's fixing the emitter. Leave him alone. No.
Fuck off. Aran here.
This is Dr. Efric.
Ooh.
That's a
Wow.
perfect response. Ooh.
Nice to hear your voice, Doctor.
Yes, I
Nice to
hear
have you back.
you're injured.
Yeah, I got myself impaled a little bit.
We're trying to make our way over to you, Mr. Aran, but it's slow going. If there's anything you could do to clear a path for us, it'd be appreciated.
Hold on. A low-key panic attack. Cool. Yeah, I'll try to open a door, perhaps. That's
Well-
what you're asking.
Yeah.
I'll
we'll tell
note,
you.
Aran, just so you know, all your stress has gone away because you haven't been moving around much or straining yourself, and you didn't develop a new injury, so your stress has
Alright.
gone away. But you get the feeling that so you have feeling in your leg again, and ow, it hurts all of a sudden. But thankfully,
Good.
it's a good thing you didn't pull that out. Otherwise, you probably would have passed out by now.
I know that much. I've seen enough people impaled.
So
Yeah, it's
is
fun times.
he able to like remotely access that door and force it to open?
He
No,
can
I
certainly try.
I could force it open because that's what you do when there's no power.
So which door are you trying to force? The one this one?
That one from where I'm at, from where I am.
Yeah. Is that the one you're trying to force through the systems?
I guess I could do that.
Unless you want to try to force a different door.
It could. I'm not good with the rings, but by the science officer. If there's a door in there, and I could possibly open from the other room. I'm not sure. I'm gonna open the door where they are.
Okay. It's remote access, so difficulty 3.
Cool. Daring engineering. And transporters and replicators does not apply. We know that by now. Reverse engineering.
At increased complication, yes.
Then no. And no complication range except 1.
Right.
Cool. Rolling. Ah, man.
From your guys' end, you notice the door. You hear it power up, and you hear it, and it almost. Oh, you can see it. It almost separated, and then it stopped. Like it ran out of. Like it had power, and then it lost power.
Could
Can you
the
assist from that
security
side?
crew pry it open?
Yeah, could the security crew like force it? Like, do they have a crowbar? Or something?
Or wait, what kind of room are we in?
Don't they reduce the difficulty by? Oh no, you're in a different thing.
You are in one of the passageways, one of the corridors on the ship.
Ah, okay.
Hold on. Doesn't the Kismet help with the roll?
Unfortunately, no.
Cool. No.
Actually, there's a roll that would apply here. Hold on.
Oh.
It's a roll I never get to ask for because it's usually not relevant. I'm gonna make sure I'm structure engineering. Yeah.
Yeah.
To see whether or not the ship holds.
Whether the existing backup tertiary systems kick in and help you.
Structure engineering. There's some.
Because modern starships are designed to be heavily damaged and still keep going.
Yep.
Hey!
Thank you.
And then you hear, and then as it kind of pops and then it doesn't quite open, you notice automatically one of the panels next to the door pops open and you see it's the suction cup thing that can force it the rest of the way.
All right, let's move it.
And click it in, and it pulls open. And it actually seems that there's the system through its fail-safes, the fact that someone was trying to make an emergency open, it instead of having an emergency lock the doors in place to seal a breach or something, it purposely let go. So now the door is kind of moving the rest of the way. And you actually notice that in the joins of the doors, it looks like the thing was warped by the heat. It wasn't fused, but it's just that it's been near this plasma fire for so long that it just eventually the thing just kind of like right now. If you were in EVA suits, you'd be taking damage by several times by now.
All right, let's keep moving. And then we're gonna move
The
up
room you're in now looks to be some sort of workshop. There's various tools in here, scattered all over the place. Looks like this section was subject to intense inertial forces without the dampeners online.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can find a couple tools.
You can either give me one threat to find an engineering kit in here, or you can attempt to root around and see if you can find it on your own with insight engineering difficulty 2.
I'll attempt the roll. If I don't make it, whatever.
Can I help?
Not the end of the world.
You can help, yeah.
Huh?
One
And
down.
might the security team be lowering the difficulty?
It only lowers security rolls.
True enough.
Okay.
I
Well,
tried.
I
I'm
don't
just
find
looking
it.
for.
Oh well.
You look around, you find a lot of tools, but none really relevant to what you're doing.
Yeah. Or any that were relevant are torched beyond, or like melted.
Yeah, and actually, a free succeed at cost. You can grab something that's just a blunt object. It's heavy, it's metal, and if you need to hit something with it, you can.
I'm
Could
good.
just ask me. I'm still here.
Okay. All right. In that case, we should move up to here.
How's this door looking? There's not fire in here.
As your security guys approach the door first to check it, one of them holds their hand over the door and looks at his wrist. Heat warning, sir. High heat in that room. I don't know if it's plasma fire or not, but it's enough for the Eva suit to pick it up.
Will we be able to withstand it in there?
Not for long, but it's not a plasma. It's not intense enough for a plasma fire, but there's a high amount of heat. It's probably been cooked from this adjoining passageway, sir.
All right. Well, we're not going to spend much time in there. Let's keep moving.
All right. The two guards look at the two crewmen look at each other, and they force the door open. And
Hold it.
oh, what?
If you're opening that door with the intent of bringing us out of there, we're hurt badly, and you're gonna drag us through a burning room. Find another way, please.
I mean, we.
The other way is through crystals.
Like
Well, You know how to talk to them.
I don't actually.
Learn.
I can't talk to them. I'm not telepathic.
Well, don't you have Myth on the phone?
Oh,
And
I
actually-
do have. Oh, I do actually have the translator.
That was Myth's
That's
program.
true.
Yep.
It's
a
rudimentary,
prototype.
but
Yeah.
It's worth
I
a
mean-
try.
If there are two people with the potential of actually talking to people or these crystals and making sure that they don't blow.
Thing is, I have to climb in there, and I'm not real good at the climbing thing,
Suck it
and
up.
I'm kind of afraid that I'm going to land on one and blow us all up.
Dr. Efrix, with all due respect, suck it up.
Okay, when I land on one and blow us all up, it's on your head.
Well, yeah, it is on my head.
Blow everyone up, the whole ship. Just so you know.
Yeah. I've been there. I've done that. We'll talk about it later.
actually,
Fine,
Which
you want to open
incident
this door?
report is
Open this
that?
door.
you can enter the Jeffries Tube junction from this room.
Mhm.
But I mean,
Is it hot in there?
No.
here's the thing.
I mean, I could shout down at them, but I get the feeling they're not going to enjoy shouting.
Yeah, and guys, here's the thing. We got to keep moving. We can't take the super long way around.
Threats bend.
The other thing is, we don't necessarily have to go through. Like, we don't have to bring you back out that way. We can bring you back out the other way without me falling on them.
Yep, GM's rolling dice. We got to move.
Well, you're the captain. Which way do we go?
This way, as I said
Okay.
before.
Itchy bones.
Fever.
So we're gonna move through that room as quickly as possible. Oh,
Cute.
As the doors open, there is a significant amount of various burnable materials or flammable materials on the desktops are on fire, and the floor is glowing a shade of orange with the heat.
so it's not a plasma fire, but it is a fire.
It's intense heat, intense enough that it could set flammable things on fire.
All right.
So, asphalt in Arizona in the summer.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Cooking egg in here.
Yep. Okay. In that case, I think we should make our way over to the door here.
As quickly as possible.
Yep.
The thing is, this door is likely to be warped.
How's it looking?
We could try to run over there, but if we're gonna open that hatch, sir, it would take it at least 2 people. Any more than that, there's just not enough room to open it.
Yep. all four of us, we need to make this move as quick as possible.
Well, he's saying there's not enough room for 4 of us there at once.
Oh.
So either it's one person with a security guy, you're sending security to try, or you two are doing it.
I don't quite. So what? Is there only enough room for
us to move through because of the fire?
Yeah, correction. All 4 of you can go into the room. It's just that the passageway leading into his chamber is tiny, like it's a hatch. So, and the guards are letting you know that it's gonna take some effort to force that open, and only 2 people can really try to open it. The other 2 would just be standing there in the hot room being cooked.
Okay. Well, in that case, the doctor and I should. The doctor and I can, or the doctor and Lieutenant Wallace, you go in. The other one and I'll open the door for you.
The other one doesn't get a name.
So I think we'll do it that way.
So you go in with one of your security guys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll go down.
Grennan, you can roll for me a fitness plus security, difficulty of 1, because you have a security guy along with you, who's helping you manage your heat sensor data.
Okay, security 1.
So moving through the room, the guard helps talk you through a bit on how to up the heat resistance of the suit while lowering the power for everything else. So you get a little lightweight in your feet. The air's a little thinner in your suit, but that diverts power into the heat shielding in the suit. So you're not, the suit's like blaring warnings at you like crazy, but it's not. You're nice and AC'd inside the suit. So you wouldn't want to stay in here for very long, but it's long enough that you're not gonna. Yourself or the suit aren't going to take damage.
Okay, let's get this door open.
How do you want to try to open it?
Well, what ways are there? Is there like an engineering access, or is this we gotta pull the thing open?
It's one of those things where you're kind of making a choice as you're approaching it, and you're choosing whether you want to try to like phaser it open, try to just muscle it open, or you're going to try to find some emergency opening tools in the wall to try to engineer it open.
I'm gonna see if I can try to engineer it open. Daring, engineering, 2. Oh boy, here. I'm gonna give you a threat.
Okay.
Does the security guy help at all, or no?
No, that's not part of his training.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, maybe a run can help.
Hey,
I can help.
I got it.
Okay, you got the door in. You got the panel open.
Okay. Now what?
You can. Looks like we can get in, sir. Should we just crawl in and start getting in there, or should we wait for the other 2?
I want the other 2 to get in there.
Hey, door's open! He shouts. Wait, and then he taps the side of his head and realizes he has comms. Door's open. Sorry,
Dumbass.
Rom, you hear noise from up above. Okay. Make a run for the door.
Lieutenant Wallace, he isn't the brightest. He isn't the brightest bulb in the barrel.
I thought I had Wallace. Are they both Are they brothers?
Yeah, they're both Wallace.
Walls.
They're
Sure.
Lieutenants Wallace.
Lieutenants Wallace, I like that.
So the 4 of you.
Better yet, they're twins.
Oh
Yeah.
Efrix, you have to roll me a
Played by
fitness
the
plus security
cinematic.
roll.
Oh boy!
Difficulty
favorite.
23.
Difficulty
No, difficulty
23.
223. True, yeah.
You can tell I wasn't sure which one.
Num.
I'll split in both and figure it out later.
Honestly, I'd say just roll it, because I think at most he's probably just gonna make you take a little damage.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. It's diff 1 because you have a security guy with you. Duh.
Oh, hey. Cool.
Yay. So just roll it.
I was gonna say I could pull in a I'm the doctor, not a pancake. Oh no!
Oh no!
Well, there it is.
The doctor
This is
dies.
going well.
Rip.
Do you want to re-roll that?
I'd have to give
We-
threat, right?
We
That's
endure
the same.
hardship so that others do not have to.
No eyebrows.
With a value.
I was gonna say we endure hardship so that others do not have to.
Yeah, I know. That just means I can't. Yeah. Well, the other thing is I'm trying to save my crew. So,
Yeah.
a starship is a home, a crew is a family.
Or you could see what happens and maybe you'll be fine.
I thought about that too. I'm kind of curious to know what would happen, but I'm also a little scared.
No eyebrows.
I would not take a complication in a room that's on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking like all of my medical gear might melt, is what I'm thinking. So yeah, one of those two.
Either of them works
well-
just fine.
To reroll. Let's see. It could be just as bad. Just
Double
remember that,
complication.
guys.
Come on.
Don't say that.
yeah.
Oh.
Well,
It's
I still failed.
But it's no complication. So-
As you start entering the room, your suit doesn't calibrate fast enough, and you feel like you're in a broiler. If you can just turn around, but you're getting the warning fast enough that you could turn around and retreat back into the cooler room, or you could try to push on. If you try to push on, you're probably going to take. You might be taking damage. Actually, you might be because it's challenge dice. You might take 0. You might take more, but you have the option
I
of
take it.
retreating.
I would honestly just take a little damage.
Yeah, that was my thought. Yeah, if I'm tapping into either of those, it doesn't matter. I would push.
yeah. It's like that's the narrative thing after spending that determination there.
Ha 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 ha. The suit
Oh.
eats one of it. You only take 1 stress.
Hey, hut,
That's
hut, hut, hut.
And you duck in.
Now I get to climb because
Right.
I'm right at
guess
that.
Then
In before I fall on a dying crew member.
No.
As the 4 of you start crawling, Aran, you can hear the clunk, 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 clunk of people crawling in the Jeffries tube near you.
Is it getting extremely warm in here?
It's getting really warm. The heat just raised rather dramatically.
You might want to close that door behind you.
yeah,
Yeah.
as soon as the two of them are in, Grennan and the crewmen can we follow in after them?
Yeah.
Yep, we're gonna follow in after them and then close the door behind us.
You try to close the door and you both start trying to force the stupid thing to close, but not. And the cashier guy looks at you. I think it's warped, sir.
Oh, great.
That's
Time
threat
crunch.
spends.
Them threat spends, though.
Them threat spends.
All right, no way to move but forward.
Oh.
The frowny face.
How much is it? It's. I never can
4.
tell what the A's are or the deltas.
1.
The effects are 1, unless
So-
they have like a vicious tag.
So you took 4 damage. Almost injured, but that heat is between the injury and the heat, this is very uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all gonna crawl into the room.
Ah.
It's about to get warmer.
Yeah.
Just
It
body
is.
heat.
All right.
And you're now in the same chamber.
Okay, unfortunately, we can't go back the way we came. We won't be able to stand up to the heat.
Well, we can't move these guys. Also, hi, nice to see you. Did you close the door after you?
Likewise, Mr. Aran.
You're. I hate to be rude, but I have to be frank in this case. Did you close the door behind you?
The heat warped it. Can't get it shut again.
Well, I hate to be the guy that said I told you so, but I just did.
Watch
Well,
it, Lieutenant. We're here to save you.
You can reprimand me later, Captain.
Let's get you looked at.
And I motion to the two crewmen. Get those two.
Oh, hey, look, turbo lift.
Yeah.
So, cutting to Varder for a moment. Varder, the turbo lift, you didn't write it down because the computer kept missing the stupid thing. And so you manually had to stop it, climb out, and then take one of the ladders up to the door. You open the door and you see plasma fire down the hall, and wow, that's heat. That is incredible. Like, think of a fire that large and then times it by like 5. Like, it's a bonfire time. The heat is intense.
So that sounds like duck back down slightly to avoid heat, because it sounds like it didn't feel it until I poked my head up.
Yeah, it's like open and oh god.
Backdraft.
Probably just like look down at the engineering team that's supposedly with him and just
You look
there's a
down
plasma fire.
and there's no one there.
What?
You're by yourself. There's no the turbo lift's not even there.
Oh, damn it.
Right.
You might want to get out of there before you're crushed by a turbo lift.
Uh-oh.
That's kind of the thought that came to mind, yeah. So
Yeah.
peek head up again. Is there like a room to duck into off the side that might be anything like that? Well, I mean, to check if I can actually see it is what I like. It looks
You
like
can see there's 3 doors off to your right. You could probably duck into one of them. But given the amount of heat in here, best bet there's probably some damage. You might have to force them open.
my hands.
Oh, so you just chilling out in the turbo lift?
No, because it's
shop?
gonna be a turbo lift that's gonna come down or up, I'm sure. And they're called turbo for a reason.
No.
Yeah.
Varner looks down. Oh, hey, look! A bald Frenchman and 3 kids.
That's amazing.
Alright, let me
I like that episode.
let me do some magic here. Yo, the second door. That seems like the right one. So yeah, we'll get out and try to get the second door.
Fitness plus security, difficulty 2.
Fitness, that's a physical task. Phew. Fitness, security. You know what? I would give you a threat, but I've got the bone net, so I'll just take a complication increase for an extra die. This is my bone net.
Taking that
Survival?
Bone
Yeah.
juice. Where did you even get that thing?
No threat. The bone net, I got that for on Starbase.
Experimental surgery to repair the crystal damage to his bones.
Gain 1 momentum.
Yay. Did you like my method of picking a door?
You just roll a d3, why don't you?
No, 3 doors, 3 options. None seems right or wrong from this side.
And 2 more momentum.
Finally, we have some momentum.
Woohoo!
So we've got
Wait,
4
how much momentum do we have?
4 total.
4 total, okay.
Varder, as you go up to the door, on the Kismet.
Oh, we're not on the Kismet. Uh-oh.
I didn't
And-
think you were.
A bit of time goes by, and a lot of the ship's starting to calm down. I mean, you're without a warp core. Communications are back up. There's some people missing, which with an explosion and all this going on, that's sadly not surprising. And you finally have some time to take stock on the looking for Iran. And you check in you try to check in with Varder and his team. And you get nothing. Just silence.
Fantastic.
This is surprisingly normal by this point.
Pen to anyone in the relevant sectors around 7B7.
This is Crewman Wilkins. Can I help you, sir?
Has the Master Chief and the engineering team reported to that section?
I don't know, sir. I was working on repairing one of the transfer grids.
And you've had no sign of them going past at all?
No one's been by here. It's been just me.
Oh, very well. Continue.
Aye, sir. Captain, we have a problem.
Yes.
Structural integrity field is destabilizing across the ship. It's
fantastic. How can it get any worse?
Oh, well, he could be sucking. He wasn't being literal. Oh.
No, I wasn't being literal.
A lot of the crew in the bridge right now, a combination of beta shift and gamma shift guys, kind of all looking at each other and not feeling too comfortable with the current situation. Like they had just gotten everything settled. You were looking calmer, and now this.
Okay, Ops, open a shipwide communication for me.
Opening now.
All personnel report to the interior of the ship. The ship is currently losing structural integrity. We're going to work on focusing all integrity on the center of the ship for as long as possible for us to sort this out. Again, all personnel report to the center of the ship. Penned out.
Oh, he's going back and forth.
Waha. Back to Team Hotbox.
The team what?
Hotbox.
Ha.
Brennan,
Mr.
stop vaping.
Hijack. As the doctor and the security guys are starting to get help the two people who are down and they're checking you over, doctor, you can give me a reason plus medicine difficulty 2 to figure out exactly what's wrong. And I'm doing this for all three. We're assuming that you've had time to look at everybody.
Use my triage, yeah.
Oh, you have triage anyway, so.
Yeah. Emergency medicine.
Yes.
I'm going to spend a momentum to get cautious.
Didn't even need it.
The civilian and the Starfleet officer are both injured. They need medical. They need a med bay, but they aren't dying right here in front of you. They're just so badly hurt they've just slipped into lost consciousness. Iran, through a lot of adrenaline and grit, somehow is staying conscious because he should be feeling a lot more pain in that ankle right now. He should be screaming. And he seems to be just tinkering away at one of the panels.
Yeah, as soon as we take away the things that are keeping him occupied, he's going to be in trouble.
Yeah, I've died twice this month. It's fine.
Fine. The so wait.
Getting him disconnected. Did you manage to cut the wire, or are you still connected to the ship?
I cut the wire. I've told you already.
Okay.
And that's why I can move around. Otherwise, I would be pinned over there.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, I kind of thought probably.
What color?
I don't know if I can tell.
Now you know what crystals in your bone feels like.
Martyr,
Mhm.
I swear to God, I will.
Okay, I'm going to
your
try
children.
and talk to it.
You know, with the meta trait that we've given to this campaign, that's small enough to be considered a sample. You can get reactions out of it, but you may be able to change its what type of crystal it was, but it's not sentient. It's too small.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have to here.
So for now, it's not going to do anything more dangerous than just be inside his ink.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna pull it out right now. That seems like a bad idea. And time we don't have.
Mr. Aran,
Yes.
you have when you as she's scanning your ankle and thinking very deeply about what she's scanning, you find the controls for the fire suppression system, and unfortunately, there just isn't enough power in it to fully cool the room. You figure with succeed at cost, you could vent all the energy in this chamber in some of the adjoining Jeffrey's tube connections.
Ooh, no bad idea.
The problem is you basically will have zero power in this section. Life support, structural integrity, everything would have to be dumped to cool that other room because it's so hot.
Well, I can suffer a few blisters. The almost dead people will have a tougher time, and the others have suits. I just wanted to not burn my eyebrows off again this month.
Welcome to being an engineer.
Yeah, welcome to being an engineer.
So Efrix and I guess, will take Iran.
Well, the thing is, Captain, are we going to try and take them back through that room? I don't think they can handle it.
Do we
My
have any
question
other
is,
choice?
Why did you set up the pattern enhancers out there?
I had that question also, but he's
Isn't
the
it
captain.
a plasma fire out there?
No, we didn't set up the pattern enhancers in the next room. We set them back where we beamed in, where it's relatively safe.
Which room? The corridor where the plasma fire is?
No.
Yes.
Well,
This
yeah.
corridor, not this corridor.
Oh, I thought it was this room.
I'm sorry, and I didn't realize. Yes.
Plasma fire here. They landed here. Oh,
yeah,
plasma fire
also
there too.
plasma fire. Yes.
Well,
They went from
if you're bringing me along, I can get us out of here through them. But yeah.
Look,
I
you
only
don't
have
have
what
to
I
worry about anything. You don't have to worry about anything, Iran. Just let the doctor and the lieutenants here take care of things.
I'll stop worrying when I'm in a medical bed.
3 stress Aran.
Juice.
Yep, we gotta move.
I'm gonna. So, are these Jeffrey tubes connected?
How do you mean?
His room, and the one with the
Cocked crystals.
Crystals. Is it like, are they on the same level, or would I have to climb?
You'd have to crawl. You'd climb. Horizontally. So it's in the next junction chamber.
Okay.
But is it less hot in there?
It's not gonna be if we open the door.
Yeah, because the heat's kind of following you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we gotta move. Are we gonna move backwards or forwards? It is a simple binary choice.
Captain, give me actually, doctor, this is more appropriate. Insight medicine, please. Difficulty
Okay.
2.
Take a momentum.
All right. Emergency medicine, counseling, genetics, biology,
Counseling.
anything? Counseling? Okay, cool. Oof.
And you can re-roll one if you want to get that momentum
Yeah.
back.
Nope.
But we still got it, I think.
It was 2, right?
You notice that the two crewmen, the two security crewmen, are visibly they're rattled. The guy that these two, the lieutenant of the two, is a junior lieutenant who got that rank not because he was an ensign for a while. He got it because he went to an academy, like on top of Starfleet Academy, and got jumped up a rank. These guys are fresh. This is their first assignment, and these guys are scared out of their minds. If they try to help with anything security related, you get the feeling they're actually going to become a complication. Unless you figure out some way to get them to calm down, because they are looking everywhere, and they don't seem to be. They seem unfocused, but they are holding the people. They're doing what they're told, but you know that look of an officer who's about to lose it.
Okay.
I can take care of it if you want.
Well, yeah. So I have a thing. I have doctor's orders, which means when I attempt to coordinate others or to coerce them into taking or refraining from specific actions, I can use my medicine instead of my command. Not that my command is terrible, but
what would your role be?
Presence medicine.
What's your presence medicine?
It is 14.
And I assume I'd be using my presence command if I did it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I should probably do it, Doc.
Okay.
Because I have the higher score.
Here's the theory. Here's the problem. How does she tell you there's a problem without scaring them?
Ring them. Yeah.
Oh, in that case, then the Doc will do it. What's the difficulty?
Would be 2, but I'll make it. I'll make it difficulty 2, complication 2.
Okay. Take a momentum.
Okay. Reroll. Counseling still.
Yes.
With doctor's orders. Also.
And you want us to re-roll that 0?
I can try. There's always the chance that it could be a complication instead.
Go for it.
Or it could be that.
So that's 3 momentum. Great. Perfect.
Like, while I'm continuing to work on Aram's ankle, I'm like, hey, it's okay. We're gonna be fine. This is old hat. Just remember your training.
And the two of them kind of look at you and, right, you're right, Doctor.
You got the captain with you.
And when they calm down, Captain, without her having said anything, you notice their demeanor. That's when you notice their demeanor changes visibly. Like earlier, you might have chalked up to them just being inexperienced at first.
Yeah.
Because you're not a medical counselor. It's not a thing you wouldn't know exactly what to look for. But when you see them calm down, even without medical training, you know that, oh, they actually were scared. Oh, they seem better now, at least.
Look, we're gonna get through this, but we have to keep moving, forward or backward. What's the? Yeah, I say we keep moving. We need to escape.
Looking at this passageway, is it going to be easier to pull the unconscious people through or to push them back? Because that's another thing we have to consider. Is it going to be safer to carry them up and out or through? Probably through, right?
I feel like through.
Yeah.
So which way are we going then?
Forward into the
crystal
chamber. I'm gonna go first so I can talk.
Mm-hmm. In that case, I'll take care of Iran. The 2 security guys will take care of the other 2. Let's move.
And as you guys begin your movement, Varder.
Yes.
You heard the announcement that Penn gave earlier to the whole ship in your head.
Well, that's reassuring.
And you're now at the doors leading into this room.
Let me in.
Well, you have bare hands, and that looks like a hot door. What do you want to do?
He's got bare hands?
Rar.
Just bare hands.
Rar.
Shit, that's probably a tear uniform sleeve is something at least to have on your hands, because I don't think he's got anything else. Like, you'd have a standard security kit, and, you know, that'd be it. Daring engineering, that's an 11. Comp 2, okay.
Awesome.
I could make that comp 3 and get an extra die.
You could.
This is this whole scene in a nutshell.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, he's ripped his sleeve, he's got that in his hands to do that, because it's better than nothing, and it's supposedly a flame-resistant uniform.
It's true.
That's true.
Let's put it to the test.
Apparently.
I mean, you see them get torn all the time.
I know, right?
You know, I could... 3 die, but it's only an 11.
Go for it if you want.
You won't.
I am so survival probably comes into this, because otherwise I burn to death.
Yeah, I'd give it to you.
Shit, I don't have much to help me with this. Okay, yeah, and I'll up that complication range to 3 because risks are worth taking, right? Whew.
Oh, you pull it open, and you notice, you notice that the material is charred by the time you get into the chamber.
But my hands are not.
Nope.
It worked.
When you step into this room, you can feel people in the walls.
Ooh, that's freaky.
That's freaky.
At least I don't feel people in my skin. Shit. And it's a mental task, so complication up anyway. And I don't think I have a focus that applies to that. I don't think survival would come into that. Would it?
Say again, sorry?
I don't think survival would come into that.
No.
No.
It would with increased complication.
I've already got increased complication.
Just take more, it's fine.
I already did. I'm playing with the risks, man.
You know,
I'm
make
already
those
taking
binary
mental
rolls.
strain as well. I've already got a mental injury.
I mean, you could just spend momentum.
Yeah, let's spend a momentum. I don't want more mental strain, guys.
That's fair.
Oof, never mind. I'm still taking... Oh, I didn't change my fucking thing. I'm a genius.
Not daring engineering.
With 18 and 15, would you have made it?
Nah, that was a 12. The difference was 1.
Ooh.
Sure, do that as well.
I mean, hey, actually, that could be worse.
It could be worse. It could be better too.
It could be a whole lot worse.
I mean, that could have been like 2 2s and a 1, which would have been an injury.
Yeah, you're feeling the stress of you're an uninitiated empath, forced to hear other people, and now you're feeling fear, determination, anger, despair, your own thoughts. And you've been feeling it for a while, and it was kind of quiet for a bit, and then it got loud again when you got into this room. And it's a little... You can keep your head together, but you're not comfortable right now.
That's normal. Well, shit, I hear people in the walls. But communications haven't exactly been working for combat stuff, have they?
On the Kismet, no. Actually, communications happened. Was brought back up last you left.
Okay. Well, I don't have anyone directly to contact because I don't know who's there. I mean, I know
Although
who
you're
I can
in the
try.
area where it
I'm
was
looking
saying
for
things
Iran. Yeah.
weren't.
So, Varder to Iran.
Aran, you hear your comm badge.
Around here.
I think I'm nearby.
Well, if I can talk to you, then yeah, you are.
I don't have my team with me anymore.
Well, I have a team.
I thought they were injured,
No, not those.
and clearly, the shuttle hasn't gotten you off by beaming. So,
Not yet.
did the other
We're
team
working on-
reach you?
We're working on it, Varder.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the same reaction I had. Almost.
I'm going to tap on the wall and see if you can hear it, because I don't know exactly where you are.
Don't tap too hard.
So that being said, probably, is there some kind of metal debris I can pick up that's not going to burn my hand?
Yeah. Oh yeah. This room's not that hot.
Oh, sweet. I'll pick something up and knock on a wall. Probably that wall, given it seems to be the one I'm next to.
And then we cut to Pend. So, what orders, sir?
So, to confirm, structural integrity is failing. Do we still have fires going out throughout the ship?
No, sir. We've gotten all the fires into control with the damage control teams.
How long until structural integrity fails?
Assuming nothing else happens, it'll hold for about 10 hours.
Assuming nothing else goes wrong.
Aboard the Kismet. Fuck. So, okay, so we've got 1 hour, guys.
Have
Good
you
news, you
been
rolled
here?
rather high on that D12.
Yeah, have you been here this entire day?
Sadly, sir.
That
I mean,
sounds like
sorry,
a
sir.
evacuation from it.
For now, let's focus on everyone in the centre of the ship and focusing the structural integrity and life support there. If things deteriorate any further, be ready to issue a ship-wide evacuation.
Everyone just kind of goes quiet and looks over at you when you say that. Because it's one of those chilling orders that Starfleet guys don't like hearing, but if it's gotten that bad, no one complains, no one questions it. It's one of those, oh, it's gotten that bad.
Well,
And everyone looks back at their controls.
I very much doubt people wish to pay a visit to the vacuum of space or blow up, correct?
Been there, done that.
Give me a presence command roll, difficulty 2 to get yourself set up.
I shall give you a threat.
That's going to get spent right away for a complication.
What, just increase the complication range?
Oh, no. It's just something bad happening.
Can I spend 2 momentum as well, guys?
Go for it.
So I do have a reroll as well. I'll reroll one of those zeros.
Nice.
Oh, for once,
Nice.
the ship is actually using its command check.
Nice.
Yeah, I've been trying to find new ways to use everything, and this applies.
Nice.
There you go, got some momentum. Under your leadership and the calm headedness of your second and third line officers, who are handling this pretty well, considering this has been the hardest shift they probably ever had to deal with, and they're taking it pretty well.
I mean, to be fair, they probably just don't want me shouting at them.
There's that. For 2 momentum, you can also have an advantage come in to help you.
I would very much like to spend 2 momentum for an advantage.
I mean, that
2.
sounds worth it.
2 momentum down.
Yeah, I will take any advantage I can currently take because the ship is falling apart.
Sir, I'm detecting a scale 2 spacecraft just off the port. Station holding. I believe it's a runabout.
Can you open communications?
1 second.
And Penn probably has an idea of what that runabout is.
Myth. Unfortunately, you're the only one in there that can receive this.
Hmm.
Control engineering, difficulty 1.
Assisted by the shuttle.
I mean, yeah, communications engineering of the shuttle.
All right. Communications. Engineering. It's a
whatever. You got it.
Yeah. Lieutenant Myth here. I'm right about Willitusk.
Lieutenant, it's nice to finally have you in the correct time as the rest of us.
Indeed.
No. I'm waiting for Myth to say, like, no. It's good to have you in the correct time as us.
No, it would be. Indeed. It appears the Kismet's temporal desync is altering.
What's your current reading of the Kismet?
What is my current reading of the Kismet, GM?
Reason plus science, difficulty of 1.
The reason why I was asking is because their version was derelict and falling apart. Ours is not derelict, but falling apart.
And the runabout helps you. Well, it's going to try to help you, correction.
Yes. Sensors science is a total of 7.
So on a 1 to 7.
Alright. I still got it. We got 2 momentum too.
It appears that the Kismet, its entire power grid, EPS grid, is compromised with Calket crystals, and it seems to be causing a general temporal time-space warp that's extending, and it extended out to you. That's why you're in sync with them now.
Got it.
And there seems to be a particular section of the ship that's the worst in section 7, deck 7, section B7, where there is the central growth point, if you will.
All right.
And it's causing all the surrounding decks to destabilize, and it's draining power. And ships require power in damaged parts to keep everything from moving around. And from what you can tell, it looks like the ship has about maybe 5 hours before it gets critical and something a lot worse happens.
All right.
I could give you the variety of things that could happen, but I think an android could think of way more than I could, so I'll save you.
Just starts listing them all off.
Correction,
to
Commander.
depend.
It appears the runabout has been sucked into the temporal anomaly that is being generated by the Kismet.
Well,
I'm reading Calket crystal structures, and I restate the rest of it.
Yeah, we figured we had a crystal problem, which I'm kind of sick of crystals at the moment. Is that for me?
That's for the runabout because it's scanning the ship.
All right.
Do you have any suggestions of how to deal with black and red Calket crystals, because they are rampant at the moment?
I did talk to you about this.
Yeah. It's possible, Commander. I would need to analyze the equipment currently available to me.
Captain, emergency. Deck 7 has rampant plasma fires. It's adding to the destabilization. We have maybe 5 hours, 4 if it starts to spread to the other decks.
Ha!
Fantastic. Have we finally picked up the crew we sent down there?
Most of the team is spread out across the deck. I see Varder. He's Oh, he's very close to some crystals. And there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 life forms in one of the chambers. Here, have a look. And you can now see the deck plan now.
Do we have a strong enough signal to get them out?
They have to leave the Jeffrey section. They're too close to those crystals. If we try to beam them out, we're just going to get pieces of them.
Can you open communications?
And just as you do that, Dr. Efrix, you're on point. I'm sorry. So you're crawling in, across. You can hear people behind you as people are being pushed or dragged along because Jeffrey Tomb weren't meant to be emergency hauling people through them. If you're injured, you're not supposed to be in here. And you see the full. You know how big the junction chambers are supposed to be? Like they're fairly big. You're supposed to be able to stand up like 8 people, right? With kit. And you see it's full of red crystals all over.
Just gonna start talking.
And then you hear a bang, 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 and the crystals start pulsing and getting brighter.
Okay.
And the black starts swirling around.
I'm gonna tap my comm badge. Hey, Barter, if you're tapping on the door, please stop.
Okay.
This is Dr. Efrix.
Barter.
Stop tapping.
Opposed fitness plus command or medicine. You scared somebody.
Fitness command is actually much better than fitness medicine. I wonder why that is. Mental task, I'm assuming.
Yes. Unfortunately, you feel a overwhelming sense of despair flood your mind.
Nothing no odd then.
4 stress.
Oh, okay.
Hey, one more and you would have been injured.
Yeah,
You're good.
you're getting lucky here.
7
with those.
total stress.
Which is not good.
And when the banging stops,
I've got the
your suit's chirped
translator.
as you're being contacted.
Efrix here, a little busy.
This is Penn on the bridge. Nice to speak to you, Doctor.
Hi, Penn. Yeah, there's crystals. I'm a little busy right now.
Yes, they're causing a space-time issue. They're the biggest problem on the ship.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk them down. So,
If you can get to the other side of the Jeffries tubes, we can teleport all of you out of the section.
Pint,
Yes?
what do you think I'm trying to do?
Well, just be careful, because we've got 4 hours until the ship breaks. Bend out.
Christ.
Snap.
Not helping.
I wasn't trying to help.
Commander seems in a good mood, says one of the security guys.
Actually, that's a pretty good mood for him, all
Ugh.
things considered.
I think he's jarred.
So I'm gonna start talking to these crystals with the translation thing that.
Now, you can talk to them. Now, as
Yeah.
long as you keep it in simple English,
Yes.
if you know what I mean by that, I won't make you roll. If you try to say anything more complicated than simple English, you're going to have to roll to communicate the concept to them.
Okay.
Speak American, dude.
Speaking of marriage.
Well, Good thing I work
Yeah, 'cause
with
you don't have the
small
full
children
matrix.
on a regular basis.
That's good.
Hi.
Feeling of recognition. You hear it in your ear. Because
Okay.
they don't talk in words, they talk in
Yeah, feelings.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and we want to help you. But we have to get out of this space to do it.
Displaying image. And on the screen in the corner of your vision, you see an image of the crawl space you're currently sitting in.
Mm-hmm. I try to gesture. Can they see?
From your research, yes, they are aware of their surroundings.
Okay. So I try to gesture, showing the pathway on the opposite side of the room they're currently contained in. We need to get there. We don't want to hurt you, and we wouldn't encroach on your space if we didn't have to. We wouldn't enter your space if we didn't have to.
Sense of danger, sense of deceit, sense of malice, sense of deception.
Mm. No. I don't want to, but it's too dangerous to go the other direction. There's
Image
fire.
of your phasers, image of plasma cutters, image of your balled up fist.
I try to communicate the times that I've helped peacefully separate Crystal from people or from places that it didn't want to be. Times where I've been able to heal it.
Presence medicine difficulty 3. You have to get a little more complicated in your language to get that
that's
across.
fair.
I take 3 momentum.
Okay.
Would counseling work for this?
With increased complication, it would.
I wouldn't take it.
I wouldn't. Is it? Am I still complication 2 already? I don't remember why it was complication 2 before.
That was from an earlier roll.
It was from earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no focus. That's fine.
Hey.
Gaining momentum. Picture of the way that goes this way. A picture of the way that goes this way.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. I had my sheet on top of it. Oh gosh.
Ask what's
Would
there.
Yeah, I know Varder's over there, but it might be more climbing than crawling to go that way. Would I know?
Say again.
Am I gonna have to force a door open or crawl up in order to get out if we go towards the door with Varder?
It looks like it.
Yeah.
Although this room doesn't seem all that hot. It seems actually the sensor on your suit tells you that it's fairly cool in here.
Okay.
It's almost like they're absorbing all the energy in the room.
Like they do, you know. The other one, is that more of a straight shot where we can just kind of keep crawling?
You'd have to, because it's a junction point, you'd have to get out, stand up, and then walk over to one of the passages.
Okay.
And then crawl again.
Okay. But
But that way it does seem open.
Open as opposed to the other one where we're gonna have to climb. So I'm just thinking it's going to be a lot harder to climb through the crystal than it is to walk through the crystal.
Oh, you have to climb through the crystal either way. It's just that one has a closed door.
One has an open door. Okay. Is there crystal growing on the door that we'd have to open?
It seems to be growing on every available surface.
Okay, yeah, no, we're going to go through the other door then. That one. And I kind of indicate.
A path opens up in the crystals so you can walk through without touching any of them.
Okay. Gratitude, thank you. We won't touch you, we promise.
Sense of observation. Sense of caution.
Okay, be careful, guys. They're gonna let us through, but we gotta be respectful of their space.
And the captain nods, and he sort of nods back to the two security officers, says, "Easy."
Sir?
And
I'm gonna stand in front of the crystals and let the other 3 plus the injured pass. So that I'm creating a barrier between them and the people with the phasers. And never mind.
Who's getting through first, Iran or the captain? Past Tefrix.
well, I have to be holding on to Iran.
Oh, so yeah, you guys. So it's either you two or the security guys.
I'm going to I want to go first so that I'm demonstrating to the other two security guys, see? Easy. Like, you know, if the captain can do it, so can you.
Falls over and dies.
Grennan and Iran. Fitness plus command or fitness plus medicine. Difficulty 2, as you feel very intrusive thoughts
Both
creep
of
into
us?
your mind. Yep.
Okay, I'm going to spend a momentum because I get a reroll. And would team dynamics work since I'm helping him along?
Sure.
Awesome. And I get a reroll. What did you say the difficulty was?
2.
Can I
I reroll
assist
one.
them with doctor's orders?
No, you're the reason they're not being attacked by the crystals out of the cave.
Okay. Okay.
Did fitness
I
command work for me as well?
Yes, it's more keeping yourself level-headed and not let the thoughts throw you off.
Cool. Lead by example?
Yeah, there's security guys back there. You have to show them how to stay calm under pressure.
I mean, I've been doing very well recently.
It's
You
true.
have. It's true.
A.
And you both identify that the intrusive thoughts are thoughts that the crystals have encountered, and they're just kind of radiating it. It's not even an attack. It's just they've been around suffering, and it's leaking into the area around them. And if you didn't keep you get the feeling if you didn't keep your head straight, you would have acted on the impulse. But you are able to pass by.
Okay, so I'm going to turn around and I'm going to say over to the security guys, all right, as you're passing through, you're going to feel some bad thoughts in your head. You just have to keep a clear mind, one foot in front of the other, carefully. Just focus on my voice. And I am going to spend a momentum, get a third die, team dynamics again.
Does
Yep.
my lead by example lead
Oh,
by
well, it's just
example
me
help?
doing this.
You could assist.
I could assist.
Sure.
And that's person's command.
I'm gonna roll.
And my
whatever.
focus is added. Task group 1. Yeah.
Get yourself some momentum.
Yeah, we get 2 momentum.
And
I
you're able to
definitely
guide
don't
the
know.
security guys over to your section. They do stop for a second. It's like, whoo, and they just kind of they have an obvious look of but they're focusing on you two talking, and they just kind of move a little quicker to get to you, and then they're
Exactly. Focus on our voice, one foot in front of the other.
oh that was not good.
No, it
Whew.
wasn't. You did great.
Thank you. You can hear voices next to you, Varder.
Okay. Well, I can hear them, so I might as well just. Can I identify them?
Yeah, you can hear the voices sound like Grennan and Aran, plus some other people you don't know.
All right.
Well, he knows Wallace's.
Does he though?
He got spaced with them.
Oh, that's true.
Well, actually, he's security.
They're his
chief.
team. Like,
He's probably had to train them a few times before.
I mean,
so yeah.
just because he wears the gold doesn't mean he knows every gold person on this ship.
He probably has a passing familiarity with the security staff
Well, obviously.
because chief is security. Either way, Captain.
Yeah,
And a gun club.
yeah, it's us, Varder.
Oh, you've moved over. Can I get? Is there a way to open that wall or an X hatch or anything like that to here?
Yeah,
You
it
can
looks like
see-
one of those service doors that leads into the central Jeffries tube. If you ever seen in TNG, there's a little side room from engineering. It has like ladders in it. That's the door leading. That's the room they're in. So they're actually like for you, they're in a closet.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna open the hatch here to get to you. Unless there's some danger I should know about.
Well, I'm gonna fall out. Let me move.
Currently,
Let me
no.
lean on the captain.
Yeah.
Currently, no. We need to get out of here as soon as we can.
New scene.
We'll lose some momentum, yeah. And how's the stress levels?
It resets now that a new scene has started. You've had enough time to not be exposed to heat for a while.
Hell.
I'll be mind fucked in Varder's case, I guess. Oh,
oh, I don't like that.
No.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh no.
Um,
What? What?
you're hungry.
Oh, they're eating the ship.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the
For-
structural integrity is
For
failed.
energy. Okay. Okay, we'll try to find you a better source.
They can feed on the plasma fires.
Mm,
that's still feeding on the ship.
but the larger they get, the more hungry they're going to be. Is the other thing too. And the more they eat, the larger they get.
Do you try to
throw
leave
them
the
into
room,
some-
Efrix?
Is it okay if I go with them? They need help. They're injured. Hurt. Okay. All right. I'm gonna move through, okay? Right. She moves away towards the door.
The crystals grow and replace where you were as
Okay.
you're backing away.
Okay, I appreciate that if they let me move out of the space first.
And Varda, that's when you've opened up the door and see a very stuffed closet full of people, two of which are unconscious, and one who has a thing through his ankle.
You know, I don't need to help any of them right now, and there's more room in this place, so I can look at them through the hatch. Varder's uniform's torn. There's that. Other than that, I think he looks normal at the moment. Oh, blue eyes, right.
Yeah, his
Everything.
eyes are a light show of lightning.
Yep. We did see that last time while you were unconscious, so.
Right, yes.
Oh, good.
That
that-
usually goes away. It usually only activates when he's actively doing something or he's exposed to something.
I don't know that. I've seen him one time.
I don't even
Since
think he
this
knows
happened.
that.
No, it would have been in his medical file that you looked up.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, nice.
Carter,
Yeah.
are you feeling okay?
I'm very, very warm in his soft clothes uniform next to plasma fires.
Fair. Let's everybody get out of this area. I think is probably the best idea, right, Cap?
Yep.
Lead the way. I came from the turbolift, and the turbolift
Oh my
kind
God.
of vanished on me. So
I'll get it going.
by
well, we
vanished,
have-
I mean it
we
was there
can-
1 second, then gone the next, along with my team. So
Oh God.
Yeah, we need to move.
also
We have,
structural integrity
we-
of the ship is failing. I don't know if you heard that or not.
That's true. We have things set up so we can get off the ship too. You know, if there's not a turbo lift. Just saying, but we need to go.
So,
Like,
I'll follow you. I mean, I'm not getting in the closet right now.
Ha.
Yeah, the tables have turned.
Yeah. I guess we are gonna have to make. I guess we're gonna have to book it down this corridor.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys try to enter this chamber?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's gonna be warm.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Hey, guess what
But
kind of
it's not-
checks you're going to be doing?
Oh,
Fitness
good.
checks, everybody.
I'm gonna.
I'm
get
so
hurt.
glad that I used
Fitness- What?
my determination already. Security,
Mm.
you'll
What
be
check are you
fine.
making?
You know, I've got collaboration security still. So
Oh, you're right.
if someone needs a 5 in that security score,
So we'll spend a momentum. Doctor, you get a.
oh sweet, I've got a difficulty 3. Right. But this is a physical check, right? Not a mental one, so I can just
Yes.
complication range buff to 2
So that
and
just
get me that extra die for no threat because ha 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 boom. This is gonna bite me in the ass someday.
Oh yeah.
So that just means that I get a +4 to my overall score. Is that what that means?
You get a 5 to your security. So you can just
Yeah.
roll medicine or something, whichever's at a 5 instead.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's about as ready as I'm ever gonna be.
Yay!
It's what I needed.
Oof.
Oh, no.
Oh, Captain!
We have a
Okay.
suit and everything, Captain.
I'll be okay.
Oh shit!
Oh,
no.
Hold
Oh
on.
no!
No.
Hold on.
So the captain collapses and Aran just falls on top of him.
I think I have a medal for
Ooh. What medals do you
Yeah.
have?
Starfleet citation for conspicuous gallantry. Once per mission, when the character pays an immediate momentum spend, any kind by adding it to threat, they may. No. No.
Oh, I remember what it is now. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
And we're gonna jump to Pendamyth here after this damage.
Yes, please. I'm gonna get hurt.
Lucky, as the captain and Aran take 3 stretch damage from the heat that's emanating through the walls.
Okay.
Everyone else's stress reset, right?
So this is fresh.
Yep.
Between the Willistok and the Kismet, yeah, it looks like the O8 team's having a bit of a problem. And it looks like the heat's damage and the plasma fires are starting to spread. And they might get bottlenecked if they try to get to wherever it is they're going. It's not really clear to you what they're doing because it looks like they're heading into this corridor, this room that's now slowly catching on fire, or at least being subject to high heat.
So yeah, the idea is if both sets of sensors are picking up where they are, to use both sets of sensors to get a lock and to beam all of them to medbay.
That would allow for the either the Kismet or the runabout to also jump in on the assist and
Yeah,
Although
I think
I
the
wouldn't-
runabout should
I
be
wouldn't-
assisting here.
I wouldn't beam them to sick bay. That makes the check more difficult.
Yeah. Get them
Oh.
to a transporter pad.
Or yeah, or just out of there, full stop.
Oh, actually, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh yeah, we've got more than 6.
It's just gonna cause extra power to beam everybody.
Yep.
Because it's more of an emergency beam because you're trying to get them out of there. So who's the main roller? And actually, before I should probably tell you how hard it is. That's
Yeah,
relevant.
please do.
Well, I think we'll definitely get
Yes,
the
give us the
Kismet to
roll.
assist.
You think so?
Over a shuttle, yes.
Yeah, especially because we have the advanced sensors, so it'll bring the difficulty down.
Right.
Oh, the shuttle can help as well. That's because it can coordinate with the ship.
Right, that's what I thought.
Let's see. They're beaming. Oh, okay. Where are you beaming them to?
Or do just transport pad on the Kismet.
Okay. And how close are they?
Is this a role you want to do, Myth?
Let's see. My control engineering is 13. I do have a couple things I could spend to make it a little bit better, but I can't get that basic number any better. I can just get my
Is that with hang on, is that with or without the sensors taken into account? Oh,
Okay.
so it'll be difficulty 3 actually.
right, and I
Because
can double my discipline for this and get a 6 in engineering.
How?
For the Starcross, I can
Ah,
double it for the purposes of
man, I forgot you had that.
Mm-hmm. So I think I'll lead and do that then.
And what was it? Sensors, science, for support.
Yes.
Problem is, I might need a.
Oh.
So first question is.
Sorry, sensors
Um,
engineering to assist.
First question is, will unified field theory work as a focus here?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Then I don't have to ask the second question. And then
I'm
I'm-
basing it not on the fact that you're doing a transport. It's a different thing. It's the fact that you're adjusting for the fact of the weird energy things that are actually complicating this. So you have specific training and knowledge in those competing disciplines.
Yeah, I'm also filtering out the temporal side of things with my temporal mechanics focus. I'm just doing a lot right now.
Yeah.
All right. So control engineering.
Do you want an extra dice?
Yeah, I'm gonna take at least one. The question is, should I take 2?
It's your call. If you want to take the extra 2, take them.
It's 16. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. Actually, no, I'm not gonna take it. Like, wait, hold on. Never mind. Okay. That's 3. Assisted by the ship.
And by
One.
the shuttle.
And by the runabout. Sensors, engineering.
Okay, we did it.
And we got one.
Yep.
New scene.
Thank the prophets.
Whew.
Lieutenant Neff, do you want to dock the shuttle on the Kismet?
Never make us do that again.
Never make
Negative,
me do
Commander. I believe I should assist in having an external eye on the Kismet.
Very well.
that. Ow.
Any idea how to-
Captain. I hate to add to the news, but now that we know what's been draining now that we've seen the central crystal formation in that section of the ship, it looks like it's been drawing on our power system. That's why everything's been stabilizing, and unfortunately, it looks like their growth is increasing a lot because it's being exposed to even more energy from the intense heat from the adjoining chambers.
All right. Now that I'm out of there,
Can we seal off the surrounding decks and vent the area?
We could vent it. We could vent the area, but the problem is, sir, the crystals can live.
True,
That's okay.
but would be
But it would
taking
help with
away
the
the
heat.
fire and the heat. Give it a kind of a flash freeze.
Yeah,
Oh, I understand, sir.
Because the fire is exacerbating the problem, right?
So if we calm one problem down, we can deal with the second problem.
Oh,
that's
they
going
might
to
be mad.
arise.
Yeah, I agree with the doctor. This is gonna end poorly, and I will say I told you so.
You're not there.
Well, fuck you.
neither is the captain. So there's that.
Hmm.
I am trying to put out as many fires as I can with what information I have.
Well,
Both
have
figuratively
fun
and
with that
literally
then.
now.
I was gonna say.
What? That's me rolling that.
Yeah. Have fun with that.
Can we get the Lieutenant Vata to roll that?
I can roll for. But
Where the fudge are you?
Lumia
Opposite at the
Vata.
bottom.
Yeah, I got her.
Oh, there. Okay.
So,
It's-
because we're using it, can we increase the daring to 10?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Can we use structural integrity? Because
Yeah.
we're specifically cutting, or not cutting off, but closing off a section of the ship and doing something to it.
Yeah.
And making sure it doesn't fall apart while we do that, you know?
Go for... Spend 1 momentum for a third die. Fingers crossed.
In the ship.
And as you're organizing that, we cut to the transporter room.
Could I have assisted because I ordered it?
You're the one that rolled. Oh wait, no, right.
No,
I see what you're
that's
saying.
matter.
She's the one that rolled. Duh. Yes, you could assist with
Presence command.
a presence engineering.
Yeah, it sounds like you're probably using. Oh, unless you use the direct action, then it has to be presence command.
Doesn't have to be. GM's discretion.
Damn.
Fuck.
Wouldn't have mattered anyway. Not with a 19.
Nope.
So in the transporter room, the whole group of you were, oh, it's so hot. Okay, time to get to the next, and then you're beamed into the transporter room on the Kismet.
You know what? I'll take it.
Deus Ex
And-
Machina.
Captain just takes off the helmet and just takes in a breath of cooler air. Ah,
We're connected
Can
to the
I-
rest of the ship now?
Yes, ma'am.
Dr. Efforts,
Yes.
I'm going to pass out now.
Okay.
Have a nice
We'll take care of you, buddy.
dunk.
I am going to keel over now.
Efforts, Dr. Efforts.
Maybe here, doctor.
So, I don't suppose you've all gotten that report about the resonance chambers for dealing with crystals?
Yes, ma'am. We did actually back when we were at Starbase.
Right.
Sorry,
Great.
doctor. They wouldn't say ma'am. Jeez, you're a doctor.
Whatever. Stressful day. I get it. So we have a lot of crystal activity, specifically on Deck 7, where we were, where Lieutenant Aram tried to contact you from earlier.
Okay. Orders, doctor?
Oh my god. We can't transport that to medbay.
We just won't have the medbay left. It's fine.
Is there a way we can get that resonance frequency to go throughout the ship?
Give me a insight plus medicine difficulty of. Oh. Jeez, I don't know. 3.
Okay.
Assisted by ship's computers plus medicine.
Okay. Everybody cool if I take thing?
Yep.
Nothing's gonna work here. Yeah, no. Unless xenobiology counts, but I don't think it does.
Hey. Hey.
You talk with your staff and think about it, and then tell them to look up something. You think about it some more. There's a specialist nearby who kind of was reading up what you were talking about and tries to think about it. An engineer who happened to be there starts chiming in.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's possible.
It's gonna be difficult, I know, because it's a very specialized frequency, and the extra space is gonna affect that.
Hey, the captain has some determination.
Oh, does someone need to?
That's how
Does
hard it
someone
is.
need my-
Well, okay.
what's the-
Yeah, it wouldn't be that bad, except it's daring, and we all know.
What's the roll?
Daring, medicine, or engineering, difficulty 4, comp 2, power 5.
Comp 2.
And you are there, Cap. Oh,
That's doable.
Aram. Hey, buddy.
Hmm? I'm sorry.
Doc,
We met.
Damn shot.
For 2
Donkey.
momentum, there's an advantage you might want to have.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, GM advantage.
You cool with that, Cap?
sure.
Everyone cool with that? Sure, let's do
Yeah.
that.
The transporter chief standing in the room with you looks up and lets you know, oh, you might want to move to the upper deck. We're about to start venting the affected section where the crystal is.
What?
Oh,
What the fuck?
Commander Penn's orders. It's to dissipate the heat. I'm actually packing up now, so if you could, like, I kind of need you to leave because I need to evacuate the deck.
Aaron turns his head to
All right.
Captain Grennan. No,
We need
not good.
to get these guys down to sickbay as fast as we can.
Captain, in order for us to move through that passageway, I had to make a deal with the crystals. I promised we'd help them. Venting them is not helping them, and they're big enough they could actually do us some harm.
Okay.
I hate to bring up Starfleet regulations, but you're currently a safety hazard.
I'll show you safety hazard.
Whoa, hey! The security guys kind of grab you for a second, like, whoa, hold on.
Captain's gonna tap his comm badge. Captain Grunden to bridge.
Bridge here.
We need you to belay that order to vent atmosphere.
Very well, but you do understand the ship is quite literally falling apart
3 hours, sir.
in 3 hours'
Yes.
time.
Yes, I know. The doctor has a solution.
Well, better get to it then. Bend out.
Right. Well, doctor, we gotta head to sickbay now.
And Penn will delay orders.
Oh.
Well, if it all goes tits,
Just vents them.
well, if it all goes tits up now, it's on the captain and the doctor.
Yes, that's absolutely true.
That's true. So I as we move, I tell Aram what's going on.
Okay. I think I need actual what's going on. I've been a little
while Efrix was off ship, she
Yeah.
did a study with Starfleet Medical.
yeah,
There's
I know that.
way.
I saw the last episode.
Yeah. So there is a way for us to alter the crystals so that they're not volatile. However, it's usually has to be very localized and in a very contained environment. But we've figured out there's a way that we might be able to just send the frequency like over comms on the ship to get all of the crystals at once. But it's going to be difficult.
I'll think I could help you with that. Yeah. Do you need me to come with you to Medbay, or should I stay here and not?
Well, you're gonna need it one way or another, Lieutenant.
Well, it's you who signed the paperwork for me being in Medbay.
So we're gonna head down to sickbay.
Yeah.
And
Quickly.
As you guys head to Medbay, Myth, you notice on sensors that the structural integrity of the Kismet is, you can actually start seeing visually out the cockpit window crystals growing out of the deck plating of the ship.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
That's
Don't worry, the
terrifying.
crystal will hold it together.
Just be flying on crystal. It's fine. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine.
It's
And
a
you
new
notice-
prototype Federation ship.
and the runabout's power is halved.
oh geez. Oh, it's sucking power off the runabout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Slurp.
Might want to get out.
Well, the good news is if the shuttle totally loses power, Myth will be okay.
No. No.
No, just drain
No.
Myth's power.
Yeah.
Oh
Myth
no.
has one power. It has one power.
You're right.
Shit.
So I don't know if you do anything with that information.
Myth.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm back now. I did hear that. I just didn't have my mic on.
So I think the doctor is going to attempt her magic.
I'm just checking to see if Myth's doing anything about the runabout before he
Yeah, no,
jump
I
back.
think I need to. I think I need to do something about that.
It's almost like it's going to get worse if you keep there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Runabout's power halves. Let's see, and the ship, I can see it falling apart. Okay, is that the max power that it has or the current power?
Current.
Just want to make sure.
Might want to just GTFO.
I'm still okay. Wait, round it up, round it down.
Round up, I'll be nice.
Okay, cool. So that means I have 4 power. So I can see the ship falling apart. That means that the thing Myth would try to do would be to get a stabilizing tractor beam on the structure of the Kismet to try and hold the structure together from like an external angle, if that seems plausible.
Let me give you the. Let me tell you how difficult it is, and you can tell me if that's plausible.
Okay.
Whew.
Difficulty 7.
So you're trying to shoot energy to keep the ship together at the part of the ship that's sucking energy.
If you get a
yeah,
complication, you're losing all your power.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that, Myth.
Go for it, Myth. I believe in you.
I just GTFO.
Yeah, I moved the shuttle to a further range.
How far and how fast?
I reverse at half impulse.
Give me control con difficulty 2. Assisted by ship's engines plus engineering. Sorry, engines con. Duh.
Hey,
Engines con.
hey, we even got a momentum out of that.
As you back away, the runabout kind of shakes a bit, almost like it was pulling away from a tractor beam, and then it pulls free when it gets out to a certain distance.
All right, and I'm still within the temporal occlusion field of the Kismet.
Yes.
Just not in the power drain field.
It's almost like it's getting bigger for some reason.
I update bridge with the fact that the Kismet is now externally siphoning power, but I've moved the runabout to a safe distance.
Well, we're not going to do anything until the doctor and the captain go ahead with a plan to calm the crystals down. So, just be ready.
Understood. If an external
Doctor.
relay is required, notify me.
Understood?
Okay, Doctor, you ready to go?
Are you going to give me a spend? Because
Yes.
I don't have
Yes.
one.
Yes, I'm going to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my my determination and spend those 2 momentum.
Okay.
But 2 new
Okay.
scenes happened between now and then.
That's
That's totally not okay.
Yeah, I will assist.
Joan,
Uh,
Joan, I am going.
so that gives me 4 dice or 3 dice?
No, 3 dice, but you already have 2
Mhm.
successes, and you
Yes.
get a reroll.
Yes.
And keep in mind
And-
you have 2 complication on the roll. And can the Kismet power that? I think it's okay. Is
I
that
feel
its
like the
current-
Kismet will be assisting with something weird, though. Right?
Oh, it's the ship's assisting with sensors medicine.
Wait.
But the structure medicine. My bad, because it's the
Bef-
field generator. But the
Before
current
we-
power of the ship is actually back up to 15 because you had a new scene.
Would it be because we don't have the warp core? I know it would be at least 10, but
Oh yeah.
I feel like we're missing some.
Yeah, you're down to 10.
Yeah.
But you have enough power to do this. That's why I was checking out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before I make the roll, what's your daring like, Iran?
I have a 10 in daring.
Oh, correction, it's 9 because you did a transport earlier. Sorry, 8 because you did a very big transport. There we go.
I have a 10 in daring, and I have whatever.
Engineering. 5 in
engineering.
engineering.
I have a
No,
4 in
Lieutenant
engineering.
Junior
You have
Grade.
a 4 in engineering. Okay, so that
Yeah.
puts you at a 14. I'm at a 12. So
Okay.
you might want to make the roll, not me.
Sure.
Yeah. What do you have for?
And I
daring?
can assist.
Yes.
What exactly are we doing?
So you-
Making a resonant field.
Yeah.
You're basically
so-
you're basically seeing a massive field all throughout the ship.
Alright.
So, Aran, I'd spend your determination to get a
Yeah, I spent my determination already.
But
No,
I'm giving you.
Cap can give you it.
Yeah, that's cool. So I'm up at 3 dice. Does my warp field dynamics help? It's the strength.
Probably
Actually,
not.
because you're doing it for the whole ship, yes, because you have to use the entire ship systems.
That's cool.
But it's increased complication because the warp core's gone.
All right.
Ah,
But we have secondary
yeah.
generators.
I'd especially say no in that case.
That's true. Actually, you're right. So yeah, I won't increase the complication. You're right. The secondary reactor would take the role of that.
Your complication is already 2, just so you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So, however, what I would do is instead of spending 2 momentum to get a 3rd die, I'd spend a momentum and a threat,
Yeah.
so that you
Yeah,
can
sure.
get bold engineering.
That's good.
Mhm.
That's good. And since I'm spending a momentum now, I'm gonna double check my my medal real quick. See if that helps. Once per mission, when the character pays an immediate momentum spend of any kind.
I think it lets you ignore a complication if you roll.
If I roll one, yeah.
I think.
Yeah. For each effect rolled, one of the points just added to threat is removed immediately.
So whenever you give me threat, you can roll a challenge die to see if I even get the threat.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And since
So-
we...
Give him a threat and then roll a challenge die to see if he even gets it.
That's cool. One. Enter.
I don't think that does it.
Yeah, you need an effect.
Okay, he
Oh,
still
it's
gets
worth a
it.
shot.
That's okay.
Daring engineering. 3 dice. Comp range 2. Focus used. Rolling?
No.
No?
Yes.
I think. Oh yes.
Yes,
Okay.
they agreed because we have secondary
Yes.
Oh, all right.
generators.
Which is essentially a small warp
Fuck
core.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did I
Yeah.
mention that I'm good at my job?
That's 2, 4, 6, 7 successes.
Yeah.
All right. Difficulty was 5, 4.
4.
All right.
Oh, that's the good sound.
Yeah.
Hey. That's the good we solved the episode sound.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those are still really big crystals.
Good boys.
Yeah,
Good
but they're now
boys.
big, friendly crystals.
And
Well-
all the ship before your eyes, Myth, you see the ship being mended as huge panels of crystal harden along the hull, filling holes.
Oh, that's so
And all the energy in the ship starts filling up with power and maxes out. And you can actually see the warp core off in the distance glow a bright blue and start
Oh
drifting
yeah.
toward the Kismet.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Well, congratulations, Doctor. I think we did it.
Thanks to you.
No,
Wow.
I'm only an engineer. It's fine.
Hey.
Right. Let's get that ankle looked at.
Runabout well into Kismet. Permission to dock.
Permission granted.
Oh shit. Further to security, are our prisoners still there?
Yes, sir.
They were in
Lol.
sick bay.
Oh right, they were in the sick bay. Shit.
Oh, they're
no,
here.
were they? No, they
Still
weren't.
check up with security.
No, they
Yeah.
weren't.
They were in sick bay with security under sedation.
Oh shit, that's right. We stunned the fuck out of them and sent them to sick bay rather than the bridge because they broke out of the brig. Right.
Yeah.
Anyone
Right.
who has any injuries, anything mental, anything that's been lingering is gone.
Oh.
Oh. So
Hey.
like my shoulder shit is gone?
As everyone seems, as the whole ship glows blue.
Question. The complication for mental tasks because of the bone net.
Yes, that's unfortunately a technological problem, not an
Figured.
injury. Although, if you want, they can force those out, but you can kind of let the crystal know that you want to keep it. If you want to
keep
keep
the bone net.
Okay.
We'll
And then-
have that medically fixed sooner or later.
The whole ship shudders, and the crystals seem to form away and form a massive crystal as big as the Kismet, and it just holds there.
Bridge to Medbay.
You want to get it, Captain?
Midbay here, and
I assume whatever the hell you did was a success.
really, how could you tell?
Well, the ship's no longer on fire, falling apart, and generally breaking, so that's a huge indication.
Well, if you don't mind, I'll join you up on the bridge. Be right there.
Understood.
Yeah, U.S.S.
Commander Pend, we're being hailed.
On screen.
You see on the screen a planet covered in blue crystals.
Hello, planet.
We are the belief and the hope of a world. And we have been torn away from our home.
Do you know where that home was?
You get an image of Cowcat, but it looks wrong in your head. Like it's covered in crystal instead, but you know the planet. You've been there. You flew there. And everyone on the ship, including people who are coming up to the bridge, feel that image flow through their head. Like it hit them in a wave. Except for Myth, because it doesn't affect Myth.
Whoa!
You just get actually your translator tells you that you were sent an image.
Do you know the way? Or do you need assistance?
We know how to return. But understand that there are those in your space who have more of us. There are those in your space who are unwilling to help us and may in fact use us to destroy you. As we are now, we can no longer help you. All we can do is repair the damage that we have done. And hopefully when we return home, we'll be able to save and protect the rest.
Well, I can promise that if we do find any more of your kind out and about in space, we will try everything we can to save them and send them home.
At this point, Grennan, you step onto the bridge and you see the vista of the planet on screen.
Oh wow,
Do you find this
that's
acceptable?
that's the kind of view that I thought I'd only see once in this lifetime.
That is perfectly fine. Be safe.
You
And
as
be
well.
sure to keep hope in your heart. The screen goes black. They disconnected, I think.
Well, sure, that makes sense considering everything else that's been going on today.
Oops, that's the wrong one.
Well, Pend, I have a good feeling. Last time I experienced something like that was when we dealt with the Zarkonians, and, well, we all know how that turned out.
Well, according to the crystalline planet, which is returning home to Calcut, we have some more people who have Calcut weapons.
Well, I shouldn't be surprised. But you can give me the full debrief on our way back to Starbase.
Understood.
And the captain is going to, for the first time in, I think it's been almost a month now, he's gonna just sort of slump into the captain's chair and said, take us out.
Aye, sir. Setting course for Starbase 27. On your order.
Bring us out. And credits.
Whew.